It wasn't like a hit, like I was like, oh, dog, I'm gonna knock you out. It was just like,
Ow, did you really hit yourself?
You're very impulsive.
right? Hey.
Not.
What's
I didn't
that?
say it.
Russell Brand.
Yep, some allegations.
So her and I both were crawling in the living room in the dark.
And I go, Shane Gillis.
Legend.
I don't know what being high on crack is like, but I'm sure that must have been crazy.
If I have to put it in my mouth, I'll take it in the mouth. That sounded.
Whoa.
Because if I see Tommy Fury hit the canvas, I'm gonna lose my mind.
Sure.
Because
Yeah,
then
that'd be
now the
huge.
saga of Jake and KSI, like this whole like dynamic just grew in my eyes.
Podcast. Who the f came up with that word? Podcast.
Pod?
You know? It's
Dude,
like
you're
kind
the
of a weird-
hater of the group, huh? You just hate
No,
everything.
it's
And it's
like-
only when the cameras are on, too. Like, you're really like...
He turns into a little bit of a boy.
Yeah.
You know?
Dude, he was from Boy Island.
Yeah.
Welcome back, guys. I think that's a great way to start the podcast.
I like it.
You know what I mean? We'll just tap right in there. You guys, welcome back. This is the Boys and Bells Only.
Oh, that's a
Gang.
good tag.
Yeah, you like that?
Yeah.
Boys and Bells.
Boys and Bells.
I
No,
like that.
Bell and Boys. Bell and Boys podcast.
That puts a lot of weight on Belle's name, though. It sounds like she
Belle
runs
and
the
the
ship if it's like that.
Boys.
Bell and the
Bell
Boys.
and the Boys. I feel like that could be the new podcast.
Are you saying I don't run
It,
the
well,
ship,
it
Reed?
it sounds like it's Belle's podcast.
Guys, we've talked about this. We get excited when we get together, and we just
Word vomit the whole time.
I do want to start out with a crazy story that I was dying to tell you guys while I saw you guys, but I was like, I have to wait.
Go for it.
Okay. Let me set the tone. We all went for burgers, all of us, except for Reed.
Well,
Sorry.
when did this happen?
I'm so sorry.
When did this happen?
We would.
I thought you got invited. I asked where you were.
We didn't invite Reed because Reed is house hunting right now.
Yeah.
Sorry
And
about
you're
it.
spending
but
time
that's
with your
like
girl.
an hour on the weekend. Like,
Would you have
not
gone
very
to
many.
get burgers yesterday with us last night?
last night.
National Cheeseburger Day.
Don't even
Yeah,
lie.
I would have. It was National Cheeseburger Day?
It
Yeah.
literally
Oh,
was.
so it was like an event. Like it was exciting and there was like energy
Yeah, we were
in the
all
air
there.
and you were all happy.
Literally
Yeah.
everybody was there.
Yeah,
except
probably would've gone.
Can I restart this?
Nope.
I'm so sorry. Okay, so we're all having a great time. Reed wasn't there. We're all having a great time, and we come back. By the way, this is the best part. Part of my story we didn't even need to go to that part of the story. I was just building up the night. So we come back home, and we're done with the cheeseburgers, and we're sitting at the
How were
house.
they?
They were great.
No, make me
mine
really
was
feel like I
really
missed
They
out. They
actually
were
were
good.
super average.
Yeah.
okay.
Not for nothing.
They were.
But please, the suspense.
They were good.
Dude, I wanted to start it out with a great story, and it's already 10 minutes in.
Well,
I
you
haven't
gotta add the details. It started like what were the cheeseburgers like?
The cheeseburgers was a wannabe Wagyu beef
Smash
style.
burger?
It was like a wannabe.
Oh, I had for the win last night actually. So I
No, you
had
didn't.
a better.
No, you didn't.
Wait, really?
No, you
Yeah,
fucking
I
didn't.
swear to God.
No, you didn't.
Swear to God.
Why didn't you invite us?
What is that?
Because for the win?
Yeah,
Why
what's
didn't
that?
you invite us?
Because it was just me and my girl. We went and checked out a house, and it was
So
like
then fucking.
we were,
So you weren't checking. Not only were you checking houses, but you were also with your girl.
And you're
But it
not
was
really
just-
a burger guy, so did you
yeah.
just?
What the fuck?
You're not a burger guy.
I'm a burger guy.
I'm a burger
I'm
guy.
a burger guy.
You don't, you
I'll
don't
make a
give
better burger than
energy.
you any day.
You seem like more of a salad guy, like a salad
What
type.
the
Who worked
It's like
at
you guys
Five
don't
Guys,
even
me
know
or
me.
you?
Just because you can follow orders doesn't mean you know how to construct a good burger.
This is true.
Like,
I can't believe how far we went into not telling the story. I'm so sorry for you guys. Welcome back. And if you're new here, we're actually always like this. I can't even apologize
Yeah.
for it.
24/7.
So it's nighttime. We just finished having burgers. And I'm at the computer it's very late at night. It's 2 o'clock, 2:30 at night. And I'm like, babe, we gotta stop. We gotta start going to bed. Like we try to do this every night.
what did the cheeseburgers have to do with this? You're
Really
home
nothing.
now? What
Really-
the
really-
fuck?
He's just setting
Really
up
nothing.
for
That's the
evening,
sad
guys.
part. It had absolutely nothing. Hold on. I'll change that. I was sitting there at the counter and I turned to Belle and I was like, man, weren't those burgers just amazing? And then she was like, yeah. And then all of a sudden we hear, don, 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 don. And we're like, what? And then Tommy, roar, roar. And he starts running downstairs.
was really good.
He runs downstairs. I want to catch the guy from above. So I run to the patio, right? Lo and behold, 2:30 at night at my house, Crackhead,
Jeez.
looking through the mirror, like Jessica's window, like this.
That's so fucked up that Jess has to be the one to deal with these things.
Like this, right? And then I literally, the dog starts barking, touches the door at this point. Then the crackhead goes from looking to turning around like this, like trying to be sneaky in the
Spidey
corner.
senses.
Like this, like.
He just ate a cheeseburger or what?
No, it's just on crack. And so I'm on my ledge, bro, right above her. And the first thing I think in my sick, twisted mind is when I'm working at my dad's liquor store, and we had to deal with a lot of like fucked up people. Like people were coming up to this liquor store like every day like this. And my dad used to always be like, you got to get crazier. So I stand above the railing like this, and I go.
For real?
No, dude,
shit.
She looks, she's like, while I'm drunk, she's like, nope. And then I was like, she gets so scared. She like falls into the corner. She literally goes, I'm so sorry. Could you come down and talk to me? Like, I don't know why she wanted to talk to me.
No.
Oh, bro.
Wow.
So then I just kept going, and then she went into my neighbor's yard, and then she ran away.
I don't know what being high on crack is like, but I'm sure that must have been crazy.
Can you imagine that?
Imagine being on crack, just
Imagine being on crack in general, and then that.
now.
Nice.
Mind you, I didn't tell anybody I was gonna do this, obviously, because it's like it just came to me.
You're very impulsive.
right? Hey,
Not.
That
What?
I didn't
that's
say it. I
heavy.
didn't say it.
that's messed up.
That's
bro.
really
I didn't
fucked up,
say
bro.
it.
That's really messed up.
I didn't say
Could
it.
you tell your point of view?
My point of view is that we're just in the living room. We hear something. Tommy's barking. I'm thinking. Georgie goes out to the balcony, and I don't hear him, yelling or saying anything crazy. So I'm like, okay, it's probably Jessica. She went outside, right? And then I come to the balcony, and Georgie is half hanging off of
my
the balcony,
God.
Dude,
hanging
like
on. And
hovering over her.
Are you sure you weren't on crack this whole time?
all I see him is hanging on the balcony like this. And I come around and I'm like, oh, it's definitely Jessica in the front yard, 100%. So, I'm like, I peek around, and all I see is this random ass lady looking up like literally
Oh
I was
my
like,
God.
looking up like that, and I'm like, oh my God. So then I talk back and I'm like, what the? Bro, I just couldn't believe that. I was like, there's no way that there's a random person. He's
Maybe-
hissing
maybe
Oh
she
at
my
her.
God! No, we
And
didn't
then-
even finish it.
no.
We didn't even tell.
So then she's like, he yells at her 'cause she's like trying to go to the neighbors.
Hisses at her, yeah.
Georgie's out on the balcony looking at her. He's like wanted to like, I don't know, be funny or whatever. And I'm like, dude, we should turn on the red lights. We should put all our hue lights on red.
Bro, I'm standing right where you're
Did
sitting.
you play an alarm sound on a
No,
Bluetooth
bro.
speaker?
She's in the parking lot doing like this crackhead zombie look, because like in her brain she's like, nah, there's no way some dude just hissed at me. So she's just like staring at the house like this, but like where the 7-Eleven is.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, bro, she can't be like thinking about coming back here. I gotta make sure she knows this ain't the house to mess with. So Belle turns the whole house red, and I'm standing there, and I take the blinds up like this. I go
Oh my God.
like this with the whole house red.
She literally thought that she almost went to hell
Bro,
when she
I'm gonna
came
be
here, probably
honest.
when she saw that.
I scared the living shit out of her, but anybody walking into that 7-Eleven definitely got scared too, because they're like, what the fuck is that dude doing?
And we have big windows, so the whole house looked like it was just, you could see that it's all red.
I'm not gonna lie, guys. We had to make some adjustments, and for like 10 minutes here, I've been trying to figure out how to jump into this. So it might be an abrupt cut, or it might not be. I don't know. So we're just gonna jump right into this. David had to pee. Bella wasn't even in frame. I was going on about a monologue for that's me. I'm the monologue guy. All right. Speaking of scaring people, that wasn't the only person I scared. Actually, that wasn't even the only female I scared. This past week, I've been scaring the piss out of females for some reason.
I'm so sorry. That was really hard.
I know, dude.
I'm so sorry.
Dude,
But-
did you hear that?
That was like a fly
Did you
swatter.
hear that?
Yeah, I
This
heard
has
that.
been all week, bro. All week I've been telling her, I go, baby, you're heavy-handed, dog. Like she doesn't tap me like just like a normal girl's like, babe.
She's like,
Dude, she's like, babe, babe. And then I have to be like a little bitch in public and be like, babe, stop, you're hurting me. And then she's like, get over it. I'm like, you get over it, bro.
She does run the relationship, that's for sure, yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, right.
We're gonna have to make one more cut. We'll be right. Anyway, so Jessica likes to run away to this girl named Lillian's house. This girl is like a Middle Eastern Sheldon. So they're a bike ride away. It's around 1:00 at night. And me and Belle thought it'd be fun to cruise up to them. So we're cruising up. And where she lives and is a very beautiful place in Encino. and it's like in some dude's backyard. So like their like guest house is her house. So you have to like kind of in the middle of the night have to go through some straight. I've never even met the owner of the house. You have to go through his house, walk around the
What do you mean
pool,
through his house?
literally like
Like
through
his side yard.
Like an easement.
Dude.
Okay, but you don't open his front door and walk through his living room.
Not his living room, but when you
Okay.
walk in, he
'Cause
has an
that's-
all glass, so they're just lounging on the couch
Yeah.
watching.
That's such an uncomfortable feeling watching somebody through their.
What are you talking about?
window
The
at
first
night?
time I went there, Jessica's
Yeah.
like, "Don't look in the mirror. Don't look at it. Don't look in the window. Don't look." And my
But you
bike's
want
on
to
with the
so
lights
bad.
on, and I'm like, "Yeah, it's just uncomfortable."
I looked.
So- yeah, me too.
I
Actually.
would
yeah.
too.
But I look like that crackhead from yesterday. I was like, this,
Yeah,
like- I don't know. My tongue was out for some reason. So we go there the following night, and so I know my way around this backyard, and I'm like, "Yo, why don't we just go in there and see what happens? You know, scare them a little bit."
Oh.
So we go, and
tomfoolery.
here's this video. I'm going to show you guys a little clip. Jessica sitting there eating her snacks. You see that right there? And I was like, "Oh, this is funny," but me barking and scaring them, not enough. Not enough. I really got to shake it into their core. So we go through their back door, where it's literally the scariest thing. It's in their bathroom. So her bathroom has a door to the
That's
outside.
too far, bro.
It's like
That's
to
too
the
far.
backyard.
So I set up my phone in their kitchen, and then I recorded this. So I would like to show this to you guys.
Okay.
Here, could you guys take this phone from me and
Let's
push play?
see it.
I kind of want to see it.
Oh, this is really creepy, George.
Careful your butt.
Quite
Careful
the
your butt.
angle.
This is like Paranormal Activity, bro.
Oh my god, bro. Hello? She looks terrified, bro.
She's so confused.
She's like looking around.
She's freaking
Oh my
out.
God.
in
Yeah,
her
she's
head
like,
right now.
what could it have been?
Bro, she looked like she was about to get. She thought she was
She
gonna
was
get
pale
murdered,
white.
bro.
Dude,
Straight
okay,
up.
Wait.
She didn't choose fight or flight. She just chose.
She stood still. She
Freezing.
froze up.
Usually it's like overcompensate or dip. She just froze.
But she's like calculating everything.
No, that's what you're supposed to do when you see a bear. You just go. Maybe that's
Is
what she
that
thought it
true?
was. I don't know.
No,
I
Don't
think
take
you're supposed
that
to make
advice.
yourself big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She didn't
Yeah.
do that. She just went.
Bro, listen to this. So me and Belle, so Belle has no idea where I'm going with this. So she's just like, dude, Belle is the ultimate ride or die. I could run out of the house, like, all right, I'm gonna torture this thing. She's like, okay, let's do it. Like she'll anything we're doing it together. So she's pressed up like a snail up against the wall like
Bro,
this.
I was like this, like holding my mouth with. I wanted to just burst out laughing so bad. I was literally holding it in, like.
So
So
we're Belle, get really close. This is how close we are. Face me. So she's up against the wall. I run back after hitting the thing, and now we're like this. we're hiding up against the wall, like. And then she whispers. She goes, "Psst, you know she has mace, right?" And I'm like,
I thought Jessica had mace on her keychain.
and then so I walked out because I was scared I was gonna get maced. But dude, nothing in my life made me scream more than when I paused that video on her face like this, because that was death. She accepted death.
Like, well, because when you're deathly, I don't know. I know that when I'm super scared, like my whole body freezes. Like I
Yeah.
can't move. This, okay. Y'all.
I love you so much. Okay, hold on. You simmered yourself down.
This one time,
What's the scariest story you've ever heard as a kid that like stuck with you?
well, I'm about to tell you something that happened to me.
Thank you.
This is what happened to me.
No, don't tell. Are you telling the story that what you and your sister?
No, not that. So
What's that?
What's-
Well, I want to hear that one.
This
Let's
is
hear it.
different. It's just me messing with my sister.
Okay, because wait, is that the story you're telling?
No, I'm not telling that story right
because
now.
they'll judge you.
I'm not telling that story
we
right
need to hear
now.
that
I
one. then.
judged her. Like that's not okay.
I'm not telling that story right
I don't
now.
even want to hear the
Tell
other
the
one. anymore.
story.
The other one's good.
Tell the
tell.
story.
But if it's not as good as the other story,
can
you have to
cut
tell
it.
the other story.
Okay, I'll tell the other story if this one's not as good.
Shake my hand.
It's a different story, but
The internet will look at her very differently after this.
Really?
Definitely, because I did. 4 years a day.
didn't.
Bubba, yes, I did. I looked at you and I was like, oh, you're that type of chick. Okay.
I thought you were just like a
And
nice
I mean
Canadian.
that with no respect at all. I'm just kidding. Go ahead, please.
I have a little. Anyway, so
Jeez, did she kill someone?
So
The
anyways,
suspense is killing me.
at the time, I'm in high school. I'm living in Huntington Beach. Our house, my room is here, and I have a sliding glass door that connects to the backyard, and we have a pool in the backyard. So there's like a pool in the backyard. I'm on my phone at night. Everybody's in bed. It's just me and my mom home. We're by ourselves. And all of a sudden, I hear splash, like a huge splash in our pool, like a big splash. That couldn't have been anything else. It's either a vicious animal or a human. And in that moment, like, same as literally, all I could do was, what can you do? I froze. I remember I was on my phone. I took my phone. I hid the light on my chest. I was like, I got to get out of here. I got to go get my mom. Like, I got to tell her that I think someone's in her backyard. So all I could do, I'm in my bed. And this is how, because I couldn't move. I went out like this.
You just melted into the floor. What the?
I crawled out of my, no, I was like 17.
What was it? What fell in the pool?
I get my mom like, Mom, I think there's something in the backyard. So her and I both were crawling in the living room in the dark.
Whoever's in your pool is more scared of you than they are.
Yeah.
Like, that's terrifying,
And then we
bro.
see outside of our pool, it's all dry around, one big splash of water, and then a little trail of water, like going towards the back. And
Nah.
then later on, when we had cops come and they were looking at our house,
Listen to this.
There was foot trails to my bedroom door.
They're literally sitting there looking at her.
How old were you?
Oh my god.
Hey,
17.
imagine they're just
Whoa.
like, hey, look at this girl, and they just see her sliding.
So he was just standing, and my door, I live near the beach, it was like a mile from the beach, so my door is open with the screen door. So my door was
Sketch.
open. And yeah, but it was in the dark, so that's why I hid my phone light, and then hopefully, I don't know.
It sounds
But-
like you did a good job. Like you knew what steps to take.
Yeah, bro.
There was literally no steps. She slithered
crawled.
around.
And when the cops came, they were like, there's probably an animal or something. And I'm like, an animal walked up to my door, and then like, what do you mean? Like, the splashes were huge. It was crazy.
It was
so.
Bigfoot, or maybe it was the girl that was doing crack outside your house.
That was a
Maybe.
that was a
Maybe.
good story. But I think you should still tell that story you did to your sister.
Tell it.
And
It makes-
before you do, I want everybody that's watching, viewers. I didn't know this before dating her.
So you can't be
Shut
held accountable
up,
for
it's
this?
not
I
that
cannot be
bad.
held accountable.
You didn't know this before you introduced her to our mother.
Just
Oh my
wait till
God,
you hear the story, bro.
It's not. Listen, everybody's done something like this. If you have siblings, I don't know.
I don't know what I would do to Jessica if she did this to me.
Okay, enough build up. Get to it.
I
Get to
don't
it.
know. Okay.
Watch, it's like just the I stole her shirt, her favorite shirt. I took it, and I'm
I
like,
stretched
bitch.
it out.
I ate his cereal.
I stretch out the neckline. No. Well, okay. So this is junior year. Yeah, this had to have been junior year. So I'm like, 16, 17. And at the time I was really good friends with my good friend.
Don't laugh talk. We can't understand you when you laugh talk.
All right. My friend Delaney and I, she was my neighbor. So we lived like right next to each other. And we thought that it would be funny to mess with my sister and to make like a random Snapchat account and that just looked like it was a random person and like mess with my sister. So for like a few days, Delaney and I would send messages to my sister through Snapchat, be like, wow, that was a nice purple top you were wearing today.
This is predatory, bro.
Dog.
This is
dog.
not cool.
You
John.
could go to jail
dog,
for that.
Dog. I literally looked at it. I was like, that's fucked up. And she's like, no, it's not. I go, babe, for a few hours, you were pretending. And she goes, well, I go, well, what? I go, a day? You did this for a day? And she goes, well, I go, well, how long? How
No.
long did you do this for?
I don't remember, but it had to have
That's
been
not
more
good.
than like 2 days or something.
Several
3 days.
weeks,
That
probably.
when you,
No,
when you
like-
told me it was a while.
No, it was like not more than a week.
Was there a
Not
point
mo-
in which you got to that made you stop? Or you're like,
Yeah.
I can't
Yeah.
keep doing
Yeah,
this?
by
Yeah,
her
correct.
sister
Well,
falling apart.
no. Okay, no. We would just send her like random messages here and there. And then I think one of the days, we took it too far where we're like, she was walking, we're like, we can see you. Like, we're just trying to get creepier and creepier at this point to just really freak her out. And so we're both in my room and all of a sudden I hear my sister like, she busts out of her room. She comes in and she's bawling her eyes out. My sister's like 4. I'm 16. She's 4 years older than me. And she's bawling her eyes
You're a
out.
little
She's
old
like,
to be doing this. This is like, I was like,
Yeah, I know. She like came in my room and she's like, Shauna, if this is you, tell me right now because I'm about to call the police. Like, and Delaney and I were on my bed. We were like frozen. We're like, it was us. And she's like, what the fuck? And she's freaking out at me and she was bawling. She's like, why the fuck would you die? And we're like, oh fuck. And then I think Delaney and I just sat in my room like in silence. We just sat in silence for a while, like, oh fuck. And yeah.
I would get my ass beat down. But my family is all into that. Like, we're gonna scare you shit. Like, I'll never forget the day I realized my dad's into this fuckery because we were cleaning the pool together and he goes, this is how you know my dad's about to joke. He goes, hey. He just sticks his tongue out. That's how I know my dad's about to joke with me. He goes, hey. And I was like, dude, put your tongue away.
Dads are so weird, dude.
Yeah. Like,
dads are so weird.
Dad, you look weird. Put your tongue away. He goes,
Turn into a dog.
Yeah, come here, look at this. So he extends the pool like thing, and Jessica's watching TV in my mom and dad's bedroom, and he just smacks. And Jessica coming down the side. What's up? I almost broke my dad's nose once because of it. Like I swung at him and I hit him.
Because he was messing with you?
Like he jumped out and scared me.
Oh, so
I
you
literally
like
popped him when I was younger. I popped him and he goes, I got you. And he walked away.
You punched your dad in the face and he laughed at you.
Yeah, I was young. I was very young. It wasn't like a hit.
What a household.
It wasn't like a hit. Like I was like, oh, dog, I'm going to knock you out. It was just like.
That's.
Ow, did you really hit yourself? Were you?
Anyways.
You just punched
Maybe it's just
yourself in
like
the face.
foreigner humor. I don't know. I'm sorry, Kunis.
Foreigner humor.
I'm just as much of a fob as his mom. Like we both came here when we were 10. You know what I mean? That's okay. I can
But
say
the
it.
clips on TikTok don't know that, Belle.
Well, now they do. No, but I don't want people to think I'm crazy. I'm not crazy or mean. My sister and I are very close. We're best friends. But at that time, you know, we were still in our like bickering, like screaming at each other's face, but so much love, but a lot of screaming. And we were just messing around. We didn't think it was going to be that bad, you know?
If I was
We
I'm
never
getting
did
interest-
anything like that, did we? We never scared each other like that. Did we?
Just
Okay,
perked
thank
up.
you.
Wait, what did I do? What,
Bitch.
oh my God.
Jesus. What's going on?
You know what? I feel like you're aggressive towards me.
All the lights in the office, and I was coming down the stairs, and you sat in the office chair, just staring towards the staircase, and the only thing you can see are his eyeballs and his white ass teeth. And he's literally sitting, and I didn't know he was home. He was supposed to be out with R2.
Yeah.
Here, come talk.
So he's supposed to be out with Kave and R2, okay? He's supposed to be like riding bikes, running, racing, I don't know, doing what normal boys do. And so I come down the stairs, and when you come down our stairs is like you come right in front of the door. If you turn to your right, it's the doors to the office. Now, the doors of our office are always open, lights are closed. And I come down the stairs, you guys.
I remember this day.
And I go out the door, and you just feel this like heaviness on your right? Ugh. And I turn. And I just make eye contact with, in my eyes, a demon, because you don't know what, you just see eyeballs, and then moments later you see him smile, and then you see his teeth, and it is, I literally just stop and I stare at him, and it's
She's
not
literally
registering.
shaking as she's telling the story.
It's not registering. Yeah. I was in front of the door. I couldn't even walk out the door.
You know why
That's
I
how
smiled?
frozen I was.
Is because I was like, I wonder, because I wasn't, this is what happened. I didn't mean to scare her. I wasn't supposed to play on the computer. And so I was like, if I just come in here quick and they think I'm outside, and so I had the lights off, I didn't know Jessica was home. So she starts running to go outside, and I was like, oh, I'll just sit here like this. So I'm shocked, my eyes like this, looking at her.
No way.
No, like this. And then, dude, I see her freeze, and I'm like, what the fuck is she freezing about? So I get scared because she's scared. So I'm like, what the fuck is she looking at? And then she turns to look at me, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm scaring her. So then I smiled because I was like laughing. I didn't know my teeth are going to show.
Oh, yeah.
When I smiled at her, her face turned white. So go ahead.
It literally, I couldn't register it was him. Like, it took me seconds. I mean, it felt like 9 hours, but I'm registering, and I'm like, it has to be someone I know, right? I'm like, there's no way there's a random stranger in my house right now just staring at me. I was like, this can't be happening. I look in about a couple minutes, he just busts out laughing finally. He couldn't hold it in. I cussed out his life, and I just walked out.
You know what? You deserve that. And you
so
deserve
funny.
that because I was mining in RuneScape once, and brothers that played RuneScape will understand this. I've never been as traumatized. I had full rune armor. Any RuneScape nerd would know this. I had full rune armor that I just got for the first time, saved up money. And I was so excited. I'm on my way to Varrock, the place. I'm a nerd. And I start getting excited, and so I start killing magicians that are there. And they could throw like little magic spells at you. Right before I go to the bank to put my stuff away to safely leave.
Exchange.
Yeah. The Grand Exchange. Thank you, sir. And Jessica, out of fucking nowhere, goes, come on, you were supposed to leave a long time ago. And I'm like, dude, hold on, I gotta leave. And she goes, no. And she just turns the computer off.
That's really rude.
I
That's so
started
mean.
screaming. I go, she goes, I don't care what you have, let's go.
Can you tell them why I did that?
Because you wanted to go to Pizza Hut.
Oh, was it? Or was it because, was that the case? Or was it because Dad had to take my laptop to Circuit City, which existed
That
back
wasn't
then?
the same day.
Wow.
It wasn't the same day, no. Because I didn't have my laptop. It was still at Circuit City, getting all the viruses out of it. Because, Georgie, what were you doing other than playing games
Yeah, what
on
were you
my
doing,
laptop,
George?
sir?
What were you watching,
Watching
Georgie?
porn. Nothing wrong with that. I was a kid.
He was
infested
exploring
your
his body.
sister's computer with viruses from what?
Well, in my defense, I was young. I was very young, and I had no idea that this shenanigans took place. And then somebody at school was like, hey, you could go to websites and see boobies. And I'm like,
Yeah.
no way. And he goes, yeah. And I go, I could see boobies today. And he's like, yes, you go to www.boobies.com, whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm like, there's no shot. So I go to it, I click boobies. Jessica's doing her teenage thing where she's in the bathroom, cranking her music, dancing, looking in the mirror. So I go, okay, I have like 45 minutes to kill while she's in there, just dancing away. So I open up the laptop. I still remember this traumatized me. I'm in my guest bathroom. I'm not jerking off, bro. I'm just looking. I'm observing.
Sure you weren't.
You're curious.
I'm curious,
I
George.
remember trying to find porn without knowing what porn was.
Yeah,
you're
Just
like,
looking
what
up.
is this?
Like, I think the thing I looked in the browser was sex movies. And I couldn't find it. I was like, what's
for
this
that
thing
high
people are
quality,
talking
that
about? All I
HD.
see is like
Yeah.
these bra ads and stuff. Like, I'm confused.
So speaking of ads,
Yeah.
I go to the
Oh.
boobies.com and an ad pops up. And I'm like,
Click on that.
Oh no.
no bullshit. I'm like, look how easy it is to just throw it up at you. So I click on that. It closes my browser, opens up something else, and it's like, and I was
Yeah.
like, that's not good. So in my mind, I go, oh, I'll just tell Jessica this website just randomly started doing this. She won't know what website it is. Right?
Yeah.
Jessica opens up. She goes, oh, you just have to click out of the browser. I didn't know that multiple ads come up, and it was just like porn.
Yeah.
And when I mean porn, it was deeper porn than what I saw before she got there.
Yeah.
So it was even worse than what I even,
Oh.
and Jessica, this is what she did. She looked at me, and then she looks at the computer, looks at me, and she goes, ew! And she just walks away. And I was like,
poor
all right.
Jessica, dude. Freaking computer. What'd you tell your parents?
I didn't give it. Listen, my dad looked at me when I was a kid because I thought he was testing me, bro. I'll never forget this. We're on our way back as two men from 24-Hour Fitness.
How old are you?
Dude, I'm like, I want to say 7th grade, 8th grade.
So 2 men, huh?
Yeah. He just got me my first membership. I'm just like, I'm coming into my manhood, right? And he's starting to notice I'm looking at women now. Like,
Testosterone is flowing, bro.
flowing, bro.
Sheesh.
And I'm taking long showers, so I didn't know that other people knew what that was. I thought they were like, oh, he's just enjoying the shower now. I didn't know.
What are you talking about?
Nothing. Why is all the conditioner gone? I didn't know these problems were like... I didn't know. When you're younger, you don't think your parents know.
They know.
Because you don't even know what
Right,
you're doing.
right.
You think you're on this voyage that
You
like
think you're
no
so
one's
smart.
figured out,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I'll never forget the first time I felt like good in that way. My dad was filling up the tub, and in Arizona, the water's really hot.
What a we-
This is such a
No,
personal.
time out, time
yeah, go
out.
ahead.
I could get into that. I could just move away
No,
from it
get
too.
into
No,
it.
let's
Get
get
into
into
it.
it.
I
Get
could
into
get
it.
away from
We
it.
can always cut it.
Okay, so I was really young. I was like in the 3rd or 4th grade at this point, and my dad was filling up the tub.
That was the first time for me too.
And I wanted to put the hose in my pants to make it flare up like SpongeBob.
Yeah.
yeah,
I put it in there,
totally innocent.
and it felt really good. And I was like, this is nice. And so then I got out of the pool standing there and I'm just literally
Just
hosing down my pee-pee. And my dad goes, hey, stop doing that. And I was like, no, it feels really good. You should try it. And my dad's like, dude, you don't do that like that. And I was like, what are you talking about? It feels great. And so I start putting it on him and I'm like, dude, you should try this. It feels really good. Yeah.
Hey, maybe you deserved the ass beatings, huh?
Yeah, maybe. Anyway, sorry. So back to where was I at? I wouldn't even know what story was I. No, don't do this.
That's your first time discovering.
Nah,
and then
nah.
you taking really long showers.
You were with your dad.
No,
You're
my
a
dad
man now.
So this is the reason why I don't worry about my dad, because I am like, my dad thinks I'm a nerd when it comes to like sex. Like he made fun of me, legitimately made fun of me. I can't even repeat the words that he said to me. He'd get canceled. We're literally driving home from the gym. And he just tried to take this moment with me, you know? He's like, he has his hand on the steering wheel, looks at me, puts his, come here, be my son for a second. He's like this, he's driving. Let me paint the picture 1 second. So he's just driving, and he's like, you got a nice pump, huh? And I was like, yeah, Dad, that was a good workout. He's
Wait,
like,
can Bell do
yeah,
that?
Bell.
Yeah, that was a good workout, Dad.
Anyway, so I'm just driving, and, you know, just minding my own business, and my dad looks at me and goes, son, if you ever need rubbers, you know you could always come to me. You know, don't risk it. And in my mind, I'm like, no, this is not Christian talk behavior, right? This is a trap.
It's a test.
So my dad looks at me, smiles at me, and I go, no worries, Dad. I don't need rubbers. And in his mind, he goes, like, he's thinking that, like, I don't need rubbers because it doesn't feel good. For some reason that this guy thinks this way.
Like, you already know that.
Yeah. And he goes, no, always use rubber. And I go, no, I don't need rubbers, Dad, because I'm waiting until I'm married. And he goes like, he looks like this, slams his brake. He goes, what? And I was like, what do you mean what? I don't want to lose my virginity. And he goes, lose what? What do you lose? You have dick. You don't lose shit. He goes, come on. Come on. And I was just like this. I sat there the whole ride just looking out the window like, what? My whole life just switched on me. I thought this whole time they were going to check me on a lie detector at my marriage to see if I was a virgin. And then now I'm just riding home just being like, am I supposed to have sex? I'll never forget, like, it fucked me up. Like, a week went by, we're at Blockbuster. I swear to God, this spit everywhere. This stayed with me for a bit. So, like, a week goes by, and we're in the new section of Blockbuster. And I asked Dad, I was like, Dad, were you a virgin when you got married? And bro, he looks at me and goes, yeah, I was a virgin. And he starts looking at the movie. And so that dude, as a kid, I'm like, dude, I gotta tell my mom this guy's a liar. Like,
you have them all
snap.
figured out.
all figured out. I was like, dude, this guy's a fake.
You can't get away with this.
He's a sinner. So I like come to my mom. I was like, I read her mouth. I was like, Mom, I don't think Dad was a
No
virgin.
way.
Oh hell yeah.
Mom's like,
I was like, I didn't want her to be laying in bed with a liar. I was like, Dad, I don't
Mom
think
deserves better than this.
I was like, Mom deserves way better than this. And I told my mom, and my mom goes, no, honey, he's joking. And she looked at him and he goes, yeah, no, come on, George. You think me with multiple women before your mom? Never. Just one. And then he looked at me so disappointedly. He goes, just one. dude, just such a savage, bro. Like, such a savage. We should definitely do a recap because we had a lot of things happen this week. We went on sale for tickets for our show.
Yep.
Very excited
is
about that.
huge.
I'm getting some
Humongous.
DMs of people that are already excited about showing up. Link is in the description if you want to come to our very first show. You can never have your first ever. More
live
than once.
podcast.
Yes, sir.
Tell
I
them
mean?
what's going to be.
True.
So it's going to be really, really exciting. The apparel dropped. The
Church
Heart of
Boy.
David Church Boy line dropped. And
Looking clean.
I just wanted something that to best reflect what I'm about. And truly what I'm about is I have a blast on earth while trying to do the best that I can, but always trying to walk accordingly to what God wants me to do. And so I thought Church Boy was just more my vibe. I'm trying to build on the thought of community. It's not actually a church, so it's not like I'm selling God's like stuff, you know, it's like my point of view on it. So it's not like I'm out here like at church, like taking people's donations and making a weird thing. And I don't want anybody to think of it that way. It's truly just, if you're buying into the apparel of the Heart of David, Church Boy, is just I put my Syrian language, the Syrian underneath, called the Heart of David underneath the church boy. Underneath there in small writing is pray for your enemies. Like they're just qualities and morals and like a compass of my brain where I'm going. And that's what I'm going to start releasing collectibles. Like there's going to be a Chicago version of it. There's going to be...
You were telling me the idea for that. So sick.
Yeah,
So sick.
I'm just very excited about it. But not to get... I don't want this to be like a brand deal. I'm just saying like last time I had to jump on because it released and it released earlier than I thought it was going to release.
Yeah.
So I just did this like little plug, but I never really got to talk about how much I actually care about it. Like this is something I really care about.
And there's also a lot of intention that went into it, but also as like a not very religious person, I'd rock this because it just looks clean. You know what I mean? Like it, you could have a lot of intention going into why you'd wear it, but it also just like as a streetwear brand or something, like
it's very aesthetic, but it also
Yeah.
has purpose, but it's not like too overbearing. You know what I mean? Like
Exactly.
anybody could rock this and they'd feel super comfortable.
But I think it's nice too to be able to like wear something that you feel like represents who you are and you're supporting something that means something good. You know what I mean? I think with all the t-shirts that say terrible things on it, you know what I mean? It's nice to like have a brand that means something good, you know?
I have a lot of confidence in the Heart of David. I really
Yeah.
do. Like
Yeah.
just the the line church boy, I think that's going to just go crazy. I don't know. I just really believe it. It's just something. There's some things that my gut just goes, "Oh, that's going to do really well," and there's some things I'm like, "All right, maybe not."
And you had the idea for like the church boy for a long time.
Long time.
You're
I didn't
so
have the
excited
confidence to
about
do anything. And honestly, I'm going to be just vulnerable. I had all of the right ideas and the I would say the manpower too. We had the ability to do it. I was just scared. And I think you just need a little bit of success to get that ball rolling. And then you're like, no, I want to try this and I want to try that. And
Get some momentum.
Yeah, like the momentum of the podcast, bro. The
Yeah.
podcast momentum is going incredible. I'm gonna beep out these names, obviously, but you know,
yes,
right? That's gonna be, dude. That's gonna
it's gonna change.
It's
things.
gonna break the internet.
Change the way
go-
people view the podcast.
That to
Yeah.
me, under the list of all these people that we're already excited about, I'll beep out these names too, real quick. We like just all these people, and then I just added one more to the list yesterday while we were at the burger place. Well, you weren't there, but we all
Yeah,
celebrated.
Stop saying we. So who?
Yeah.
Boom.
Both of them?
Yep.
It's so nice to see
Crazy.
you guys' reaction with both
What?
of them.
Yep.
So are we flying for that one?
I don't know.
TBD. I think we'll do it in LA.
Yeah.
Dude,
That'd be crazy.
Nuts.
Yes, dude. That's
What?
exactly what okay, that's why I wanted to have it on the podcast because dude, literally like and we're not sitting here just flexing. It's true. You could go back in time and watch us talk about how we didn't think we were going to get anybody on this podcast.
You said that.
Like nobody
Yes.
on this podcast. Let's bring up some topics that we have.
So hot
talk
off
about-
the press.
Russell Brand.
Yep, some allegations, sexual misconduct.
Is it real
What
or is it
happened?
What
like
did he do?
fake?
I think it's too fresh to know if anything has weight yet, but there's 4 separate women that have come forward. One of them
Jeez.
being 16. I don't know if there was sexual misconduct, but absolutely grooming in that
Oof.
one.
I mean, at
Rape.
16, like, why?
I don't
Who's
know.
the you know what I mean? Why are they even talking?
And that was in the
Yeah.
UK.
Well, is there any like written like statements or
Well, it has the four women between 2006 and 2013, so over 7 years. One woman alleges that Brand raped her without a condom against a wall in his Los Angeles home. She says Brand tried to stop her leaving until she told him she was going to the bathroom. She was treated at a rape crisis center on the same day, which the Times says it has confirmed via medical records.
oh my god.
Ooh.
Not good.
Second woman in the UK, 16 years old, still in school, alleges he referred to her as the child during an emotionally abusive and controlling relationship. Looking back, she says he engaged in the behaviors of a groomer. Third woman says Brand sexually assaulted her while she was working with him in Los Angeles. She alleges she reportedly told Brand to get off her, and when he eventually relented, he flipped and was super angry. She said he threatened to take legal action if she told anyone else about her allegations. And a fourth woman in the UK has claimed that he was sexually, physically and emotionally abusive towards her.
Russell Brand's brand is about to.
Dude, which is so weird because he
confiscated.
doesn't seem like when he talks, he seems like he has like intellectually like got it figured out, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Of course.
Well, Russell Brand is all about like positivity and like growth in life and stuff. So this is like pretty shocking.
that and the Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis thing got me kind of like tripping a little
Oh, I
bit.
forgot about
Yeah.
that. What was his name? The guy that it's getting locked up.
Something with an M. Masterson.
Yeah.
Danny Masterson.
He's facing time, bro.
Yeah.
What was it? Like
30.
15 to 30 years or
30,
something?
yeah.
I'm just confused on like Ashton has been so outspoken about
Yeah.
like
He's
children
dedicated his
getting
life.
molested and like
He
he's-
had to resign from his, I don't know if it was a nonprofit, but the company he works for that's...
works for, bro.
he
He started
started
it.
Got it. That's what, yeah.
Yeah, he's been
CEO
like
of
he's been
for
I
child
feel like
trafficking?
spending so much of his like all of his time, right? Just trying to like help the situation and help this, you know what I mean, help the kids.
Yeah.
So it just doesn't
That one doesn't sit right with me. I don't know why. It just doesn't sit right with me. I have to look a little bit more into it.
Yeah.
Here's my two thoughts. One, it could either be he was doing all those kind things because he was running away from a demon that he did a long time
Ashton?
ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or he's just caught in this bullshit press that's like trying
Yeah.
to.
Well, what
paint him
exactly
out to
did
be-
he do? He was backing Danny?
He
Yeah.
He's
wrote
saying-
a letter of like why Danny supposedly like helped him out in Hollywood, like get away from like parties, get away from drugs, get all the way.
Right.
So it was, it's a character statement. Here's another thing that like, and I would like to mention this, right? Because people are acting like this doesn't happen. Sometimes you don't know everything about the people that are around you.
Right.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So when somebody asks you your point of view on them, you share your point of view. And if that's misconstrued through a whole globe of people putting in their own opinions that weren't there, it's a little disrespectful to like remove him from all of his work. He didn't do any, there is no allegations on him. There is no problems with him doing anything. If anything, when I look at Hollywood and I see a man who's got it together, has a wife, has respect, him and his wife in interviews and behind closed doors, and this industry is very close. So I talk to people that have been with him, that have hung out with him. He just came out like a very respectful man. There's some people that you know are good. Like Adam Sandler, to me, I've heard enough for me to be like, I love this guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so I really pray that if whatever the truth is, it comes out. Because if it is true that he's up to some shit, he should be, pointed at. But if he's not, then give him back the work that he's been putting
Yeah.
in so hard. You know what race I've been absolutely in love with? Koreans, bro. And I'll tell you why. I wrote this down. I got stuck on Korean shows. You know the shows are good when I have to read the subtitles. Do you get what I'm saying? Like you're making me work for it, but they always deliver, bro. I think we all know about Squid Games. That was a great
Incredible
one.
film.
Jessica, name me two of those shows that you're watching. She's deep in this shit.
in
King's
South Korean
Hotel.
films?
Counters,
The Uncanny Counters,
uncanny,
the Uncanny Counters,
and business proposal.
and Business Proposal. This girl has been like,
You know, I think I'd say King's Hotel.
I'm not done yet. I haven't finished it. I'm waiting for you.
King's Hotel. That's the only one I'm watching with Jessica. It's so good.
anyways, all those shows and Korean barbecue. I've been into this. We've gone a few times.
Incredible.
You're just
food.
discovering Korea, huh?
No, check this out. And it goes into it deep. Two Hands. By the way, this all is from Jessica.
Really?
I didn't even hang out with Koreans when I was at like Benihana's, and that was all the people that were around me were Koreans.
To be fair, you
Isn't it
don't
Japanese?
have... One second. You don't have a whole lot of...
If you say
Cultural
culture, I'm gonna punch
taste.
you in the face. Fuck you, bro.
I'm sorry,
There's no
bro,
way a white
like-
boy from Seattle is gonna tell me I have no culture, bro.
Fight,
All
fight.
you did is pick up snails and spiders outside. I was out there with
Seattle's actually
Muhammad,
very diverse.
Chin.
Seattle's very diverse. It's actually a melting pot.
Oh, now I'm racist.
Yeah.
Back to square one. Dude, I can't tell you how much shit I've cut out of this podcast.
my God.
All right, so we got
Sweating.
Two Hands. It's a Korean it's a corn dog spot. And how I like it is the hot Cheeto dust on it with some like sauce on it. Bro,
Aren't they like deep fried?
I'm gonna
They're
show you a
like-
quick video real
Yeah.
quick. That's the video of it.
There's like breaded, there's crispy ones, there's a potato one. You can get cheese or the hot dog. Oh yeah.
Fire.
They're dirty tater tots. Woo!
Do you want to tell them where
Question.
we went?
Wait, really quick question. This is a deep topic, but cultural appropriation is something that people talk shit about. But how dope is that? The Korean people were like, yo, we should just like add all these flavors onto corn dogs.
Yeah.
and deep fry them and like build it up to this next level.
What do you mean culture appropriation? Maybe I'm not.
It might be.
cultured.
It's like a woke thing of cultural appropriation. For instance, there was in Portland. I remember Portland is the epitome of this. But there was 2 white girls that went to Mexico and stayed with a Mexican family. Learned how to make burritos very authentically. They made tortillas from scratch. They came back to Portland, opened a restaurant. And then an article in, I think it was Willamette, it was one of the main publications, said that they were culturally appropriating and they were stealing jobs from Mexican people by going to their country, appropriating their food and whitewashing it, and they were run out of business because they were like vilified for doing that. So cultural appropriation is.
How do you feel about that?
I think that's just silly. I think if you're adding value or if you're adding your taste, if you're adding anything to something and you're pushing it forward, it doesn't even have to be in a good direction necessarily. If those women cared about burritos and Mexican culture and were like, we want to push this forward because that's how things evolve. That's how like music genres keep going is somebody takes something that's already been done, they add a little thing to it, you know?
Yeah, it's super silly for you to think that way.
Yeah.
It's very immature. In fact,
Another really good example, dreadlocks. White people wearing dreadlocks.
Yeah,
No, that can't happen.
You can't do
feel
cornrows. You can't do cornrows.
No,
Yeah.
that can't happen. No, not because it's racist, because they look stupid. They can't do that.
They
But I
look
will
silly.
say it's because, I think that there's definitely a line where you can't like disrespect other cultures as long as you're not disrespecting it. But I do think that it's sad that now it's kind of hard to like have admiration for a different culture and even wear something that's kind of maybe in that style because you admire it, but then you can't wear it because it's culture appropriation. And I think that's a little difficult. Like I grew up, like I love like Japanese culture. I just think it's so beautiful. I used to have all the cute little like Japanese dresses are my favorite.
Yeah.
And I always dreamed about like, oh, when I go to a carpet, I'm going to wear one of those really cute little satin Japanese dress. But now I probably can't do that,
No,
because it's
yes,
culture
you can
appropriation.
do that, bro. Yes, you can.
That's the only thing, but
It's not. And if anybody ever thinks of that, and we shouldn't get mad at them, but we should educate them, right? So if somebody goes, hey, you know what? I don't like you wearing that dress. Be like, actually, you have no idea my love for the culture. And then you could express your love for the culture. And if then they still don't understand, then they're just people that just want to hate. If you go to a different country and take the time to learn how they do it, and then you bring it back to your town because you're like, guys, this is so good. I want to show you guys how you're doing it. And you villainize them, you're villainizing a hero in my eyes, because if somebody took my mom's Assyrian recipe and made their own thing, I would take that as a
compliment.
As
a
a
compliment.
compliment, yeah.
That is so sweet. Thank you for doing that. Thank you for bringing more awareness to my culture and doing that, because we're not taking anybody's jobs away. If you wanted to do it, you should have done it either before me or after me. You could still go do it down the block. No one's going to stop you from doing it. I went to Joe's Pizza. Let me give you a little update. Italian pizza. Only Mexicans back there making it, and it's the best pizza in town.
Yeah.
I'm not like, hey, Jose, no fucking way, get out of the kitchen. No, I want Jose to make the pizza. Jose's making it the best way.
Yeah.
Keep him in the kitchen. He's doing a good job.
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
And whenever you're around other people's cultures, they're usually always proud to be like, yes, like you love my culture. Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm always
You
so
sharing
proud.
it with them isn't them taking it.
Yeah, like I'm always so proud when people have a love for like French, like a cuisine or French culture or like Italian culture. Like I'm proud. Like I
Yeah.
want people to be like repping that, So
I think, dude, that's one of the like beautiful things about being in the United States. Like we have access to so much culture. Even in
Yeah.
this fucking room right now, there's so many different cultures. Well, I guess there's Assyrian, French, and white, and Indian. But
What the fuck?
like it's a melting pot. Like there's
Did
so
you just
much.
call me white?
You're white.
That's fair.
Like there's so much culture, and like it's like we should all appreciate everybody's culture. And like if we can collaborate and make new products, like for example the sushirito, which is a burrito with sushi and hot Cheeto.
That's too far.
What do you mean?
I'm kidding.
Hot Cheeto sushirito, I think is how you say it.
That's crazy, bro.
It's fucking nuts. It's like a sushi burrito, so it's like you got your Asian influence and your Mexican influence, and then you got like American snacking products. It's beautiful.
Cheetos.
Dude, that's
America.
actually like Brea ramen is a thing that's really popular.
Beer and ramen?
Brea
Brea.
is it's consomme. It's where they create a broth. You'll find it on taco trucks around here. They create a broth that's cooked for like multiple days. It's extremely rich. And then they serve tacos with it, and you dip the tacos in the broth.
Oh,
So
I've seen
then
that.
sounds good.
there's Mexican trucks that serve birria, and now they're doing birria ramen. So they'll take the broth and then
That's a
they'll
good
put
idea.
ramen in it, and it's like
See, but that would have never happened if there weren't
100%.
people out there being like, let's push boundaries. Let's
Yeah.
bring your culture to my culture. Here's the thing, bro. Like, we're all under one race. It's the human race. So what? I don't understand why we're all so concerned on what this person is doing with our culture, bro. Like, enough of this shit. Like, at what point, bro? We're in 2023. We're still getting upset with 2 white people making burritos. Respectfully, go fuck yourself, bro. Like, at this point, go fuck yourself. Like, there has to be enough people to stop the complainers. Like, if you hear somebody complaining about some bullshit, take the time to be like, hey, enough of that shit, bro. Because we're rewarding them with views and, like a platform. Like, if you see somebody speaking out, shitting on 2 white women making burritos, enough of that shit. Cut it out.
Yeah. Bro, it's like when I go to an Indian restaurant, like when in India, when we eat, we always eat with our hands. And so like when I go into an Indian restaurant, I see 2 white people eating the Indian food with their hands. It makes me so happy.
That's
I'm
so
like,
sick.
Smack them. Fork, motherfucker. Fork.
yeah.
Can I tell you a funny story? I was in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
And we walk into this restaurant. They're all on carpets, and the food kind of gets delivered on the carpet. And I'm kind of a germaphobe. Like, if I leave my drink here, yeah, I'm a really bad germaphobe. If I leave my drink here and my eyes just leave it for 2 seconds, there's no shot I'm touching it. If somebody reaches into my fries and grab a few fries, I'm done touching the fries. Like, I won't.
It works every time, baby.
I just get super grossed out. I just can't, right? I walk into this restaurant, and we sit here, and there's this 2 group of gentlemen next to us, and they're like, please come sit with us. And I don't want to be rude, and I also want to ask about the town. I want to learn about it. So I sit down, but in my mind, I'm sitting down the American way, right? I'm going to sit with you guys for a bit until my food comes, and then I'm going to go back to my table. You eat your food, and that's it, right? Like, we're not going to sit here and eat your food. They not only canceled our food on this side, but they brought more food over here for us. And they're like, please, this is us. We're taking care of it. Don't worry about it. And the hospitality that I was getting was like so beyond my expectations of a gentleman. Like, it made me rethink of like, am I doing enough for my neighbors? The way they were talking to me, the way they were asking questions. They didn't let me get an Uber afterwards. They took me to my home afterwards. They're like, no, please. Oh, bro, they met.
These are just people you met
just
at the restaurant.
2 seconds, bro. Like, the culture was so beautiful. And the eating of the hands, the dude went like this, grabbed. I'll never forget this. He went with rice, bro. And he didn't touch a little bit of his hand.
The whole hand.
And bro, and this is what's crazy. So I reflect when people do certain things. So the whole time he was talking to me, he does this thing where he like plays with his hair. So the whole time he's going like this.
No.
I could only remember him going like, brother, listen, brother. And so I'm like, oh my God, bro, his hair is kind of greasy. Like, so my brain is just rapid firing. And then he just goes,
oh no, did you eat it?
bro, I looked at this man's eyes and I'd rather eat shit right here than disrespect this man that is all he's doing is to try to please me. I'm not going to tell him no. And bro, like if my dad knew that I ate from this man's hand, by the way, ate from his hands.
Like
bro.
he didn't put it in
That's
your
crazy.
hand.
He didn't put it in my hand. Like, here, I just made a ball. You take it. And like, it wasn't like that. He was like, okay. And I was like, oh, thanks. And then I was doing like this, like I'm going to cover.
Smacked it out of his
And
hand.
like a mama bird is just like, he's putting it in my mouth. And the whole time, and by the way, I haven't even tasted their food yet. So I can't even think about the flavoring because all I keep thinking about is him going. And like, so I eat it. It was delicious. And it was a moment that I'll never forget because it was like
Wow,
I was
good
in
for
a
you.
different country with different people eating differently. And you know what? I ate with my hands. I'm not going to lie. I did section off my area. Like I was like seeing where they were because it's like a huge plate.
Yeah.
I was definitely eating. And then as soon as they started migrating to my area, I was like, oh, I'm so stuffed. And I was
Yeah.
like, I was done after that. But
But you ate
what
from his hand.
That's what we do at like my
Yeah.
parents' house parties. We get all our uncles that come over and they all try to feed you because it's just like a symbol of love, right?
do you guys pull each other's beard too?
We don't do that. That's not in my culture. Maybe in yours. But no.
It wasn't mine. They pulled my
no.
beard. And they're like, dude, that
If someone pulls my beard, I'm smacking the fuck out of them.
No, because they were like, it's
Honestly.
enough. Once they pull your beard, it's like, it's done. Like, they're like,
such a
like,
weird way
I'm
of-
not kidding. They're
That's
like,
so weird.
No, for real. They're like, oh, I'm going to pay for the bill. I was like, no, I'm going to pay for the bill. He goes, no. And then he just like, like, I was like, oh, okay.
No, we don't do that.
And then it was done. I paid the bill. I'm
But no,
so sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
I just when they try to feed me, I just like if I have to put it in my mouth, I'll take it in the mouth. That sounded.
Whoa.
Clip it.
Thank you.
Clip it.
No, I'll eat it and then I'll go spit it out, or like I'll fucking put it in the trash can.
Spit it out?
Yeah, because
Well,
you
it's
don't want
already
to
in your mouth.
Yeah, but you don't
Yeah.
want to digest what they've touched. Another good example is the barber. Like when they're lining you up, they touch your face all the time, right? You have no idea what they did 30 minutes ago in the bathroom before they cut your hair.
Not
bro.
my guy.
I
Well,
always
I
Not
don't
my
know,
guy.
bro.
First of all, if he's not wearing gloves, he has a hand sanitizer. Every time he touches something, he sanitizes it because he knows I'm very like.
Also, I don't know if you guys go
That's
to restaurants, but like all your food like has been touched by 30 men with no gloves.
Oh my god.
No, dude. There's times where I'll scan the room and I'll get up. Belle, I can't tell you how many times we've been like, get up, we're leaving. And you know what I do? I do the same trick. I accidentally walk into the kitchen looking for the bathroom. I'll scan the
No
kitchen.
shit.
Ask her, bro.
Smart.
Yeah,
I'll
we
walk-
were in.
Is this the
Ariz-
bathroom? Go ahead. Sorry.
We were in Arizona and we went to this one like little diner with his friend AJ, and he walked. The kitchen was like right by the bathroom, like this time actually, and he looked. And he came back and he sat down and he was like, no. He's like, that was the most disgusting kitchen I've ever seen. But he was very right. He goes, go to the bathroom and go peek. I go to the bathroom and I peek and it was
Filthy.
atrocious back there.
That's
atrocious.
terrifying.
Bro, I scan the room. So if you're doing one thing around me, all of mine, I'm like, oh, I counted it 3 times through the time of 8 hours her being here. This is done this many. Like the last time it happened, it was at Wet and Wild in Arizona,
Yeah.
a water park.
Yeah.
I'll never forget. She took my money. She put it in the cash register. She's like, oh, what did you get? I was like, oh, Coca-Cola. And she takes the scooper because their ice thing's broken, scoops the ice, but her hand just touched the fucking money. And I literally looked at her and I go, I'm okay. And the bell goes, I'll still take it. And I was like, this is crazy, bro. Like,
I
there's
didn't
no
have
shot.
that drink.
Dude, I can't relate it to
No.
any of that.
I could see you.
I'll
not
drop a
relating.
piece of like a fry on the floor and pick it up. And
You
put
don't
it
have
on
a
my
10
plate.
second rule when you drop fries on the floor?
He has a 45-minute rule.
Yeah.
Like,
That is disgusting. Do you seem like you wear shoes in the house?
No. a
that's
little
good.
bit. A little bit. A
Yeah,
little bit.
don't
But that's
even
also the way I was
lie.
raised.
Don't
That's the
even
way I was
lie.
raised.
I'm
My
not
parents
gonna
didn't
lie,
care.
bro. That's fucked up the way you just looked at it. Like, you look like you wear shoes in the house. Dog, hey, I'm going to tag in on that. You look like you wear shoes in bed.
Only once.
Yeah.
No, germs don't bother me. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
you
like,
Did you just
do you
die?
think I'm getting sick from the
You just
germs? Like, what are they
malfunctioned.
doing besides being a mental?
Just nasty. You know, I
But
think
what
it's
is
gross.
that nasty causing?
Bro, you step on.
Is
Have
it getting you
there's-
sick?
There, like, okay, so if I monitor that you're not a clean human being, in my mind, this dude's itched his balls or itched his ass or like done some shit. And like, bro, you wouldn't believe like the amount of times I'll see people like, they'll go like this, they'll like itch their shit. And then like 30, 40 seconds, they think I forgot about that. And then they pretend to itch their nose while smelling it in front of me.
Oh my god.
They'll be like this and they'll be like, yeah. And, it's and I'm like,
All 3 of you have done this. Don't even lie.
what are you doing?
All 3
No,
of you
that's
sitting
whack.
here have
That's
done
whack.
this.
Nah.
I don't know what
Hell
you
no.
guys are going on about. Every one of you.
Absolutely not.
Why'd you do that, George?
that's dirty of you to try to call us out on that shit, bro.
I feel like we're some of the
I
cleanest.
do it when I'm about to walk into
I
the
just
shower.
have dirty socks, but I'm a pretty clean person. I feel.
I
Like.
sniff shit because like you just like
Everybody does that to themselves. They're like, oh, do I smell okay right now?
Smells good.
You're up.
You want to smell me?
I'll be honest. Like, oh,
That's too much work.
cottage cheese.
Well,
Hold
anything
on.
else on that list?
Oh, I scared the shit out of my sister's friend. No, I'm just kidding.
Jeez.
Oh. Speaking of stand-up comedians, Shane Gillis.
Legend.
Come on.
He's
Incredible.
popping.
What the hell is going on? How did I just find out about this guy?
No, that was a
The
great
dude
special.
is incredible.
I immediately threw him in as one of my favorite comedians now.
Really?
Oh my God, bro. I watched his special, Beautiful Dogs. Highly recommended it. I watched it twice, less than 15 hours from each other.
He did.
Twice. Because I watched it and I was at awe from how much I was belly laughing.
I think I've only done that with one person. It was Bo Burnham, I think. I don't really watch stand-up, though.
Bro, like it was so, I was dying. And then I was like, yo, I got it. Like it was so good that I had to like grab my neighbor and be like, you have to watch this. And then I sat down and watched it with them again, just looking at their face. Like, you know, like when you're excited, it's like I was taking
Yeah.
pride in it, like it was my work. But I will admit, I can't say it because it's going to look like I'm a fucking liar. But Belle knows this. 2 jokes that I was working on, 2 fucking jokes I was working on. He fucking said. in
Oh,
the
he took
special,
them.
Yeah, they're very
Oh.
similar.
Bro.
Hey, good for you, though.
Here,
Good for you, though.
Good and
good
bad.
sign.
Good and bad. good that I'm at a level where somebody that's writing jokes like this, because I think of him as like a fucking reigning champ right now. Like pound for pound, when I watched that shit, I was like, this guy's a fucking monster. So I was like kind of complimented that I wrote something in the realms that he wrote. Bad news is, fucking, you wrote it so much better than me.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah,
wrote it so much better than me. I watched that, I go, thank God I didn't come out with that. Just imagine, bro, you crushed it. So yeah, Shane, I'm gonna try to like reach out and try to get him on the podcast.
Yeah, we should do something.
I
I
would
love
love
seeing-
to have
Really
him on the podcast.
We should. I love seeing his comeback too. Like he was fired from SNL. I don't know exactly what he did, but
Really?
yeah, he's made a comeback for sure.
He got fired from SNL. Mm-hmm. Man, who cares?
That's what I'm saying. He's done a great job.
I think
like,
that's
making a
better for
comeback.
your career if you get like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah,
what
yeah.
happened? Why did he get cut? You know,
Get it on your resume and get out.
Dave Chappelle had him come on stage and do an impersonation of Donald Trump getting assassinated. And bro, it was just something that like when I watched him, bro, it was like, now mind you, I only watched one special of him. I don't know the gentleman personally or what he does behind it. So it's kind of like, I don't want to Ashton Kutcher this shit.
Yeah,
If something happens and I get back, I'm making it very known. I don't
approval.
fucking know this guy. But when I was watching Shane Gillis after this like special and then watching the it looked like a legend was introducing another legend.
That's cool.
It was like I felt that moment. I was like I don't know what I'm watching here, but I know this is something that I'm gonna look back on as a kid and be like, oh, I fucking remember him introducing him. But it was a strong comedian, bro. And you know what I loved is that I guess he has a podcast, right? He has a podcast or
Shane?
because he talks about it in a special about like the girlfriends that come. I don't want to ruin the joke.
Oh, yeah.
And I was so excited to do what he's doing. You know what I mean? Like I can't
sure.
wait to have an audience of people that watch the podcast and then they're like, hey, his tickets are on sale in Chicago. And then like when he was telling jokes, bro, it didn't feel like he was performing. It felt like a bunch of his homies were there. And he was just like ripping it in the kitchen, but like
Yeah,
and
it
at
really
an
did.
ultimate level.
Yeah.
It was really fucking sick, dude.
He has a podcast with his friend Matt. Matt
Very
McCusker.
natural.
But what's the podcast called?
Matt and Shane's Secret Podcast.
Hilarious.
They're on 460 episodes.
Wow.
Good for them.
Speaking of Dave Chappelle, Georgie and I watched this thing the other night. It was the 25th anniversary of.
Dude, thank you for bringing this up.
Dude,
Thank
so
you
good.
so much for bringing this
Of
up.
course, so good.
So good. Do you know what it was? It was the 25-year anniversary
Yes.
of Def Jam.
Yes, Def Jam. Thank
Oh,
you.
wow.
I can think of the name.
Bro, I have to say this.
So good.
Black people just do it right, bro.
It's a fact.
They just do it right, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
They're one of the most talented.
bro, like there was
truly.
this. Oh my God. Like, just their community and their respect to each other was so honorable. I felt so much FOMO from not being a part of this community.
They show so much love.
Oh
like
my
so
God,
much love.
bro. It was lit.
So
But
this is a show? What exactly?
It was like an award ceremony that kind
Okay.
of just like, not even an award. It was just kind of like they were just giving each other
celebrating.
respect.
Praise
Bro-
and reminiscing on the times of like people performing on the Def Jam stage. Is
So
it Def
cool,
Jam? Yeah.
bro.
That's
so
sick.
cool.
So they're
And-
showing all the greatest clips of like all the greatest comedians when they first started and they would go to Def Jam because I guess it's a very difficult stage and the crowd is absolutely ruthless. And if you're bad, they'll boo you off.
Yeah,
But
back
if you
in the
do
day,
good,
that's how it was.
Yeah, if you do good, they would trust the clips where the audience would literally be like this, like
Wow.
dying. And it was incredible to see like all the clips that they showed of everyone.
That's sick.
There was a part where Dave Chappelle, it looked like they were supposed to cut it out because they're reading from a teleprompter and he messes up. So he's like, yo, let me run this back. It was like 20 minutes of them just, you could tell the guy next to him was getting like nervous because like he's drunk and he's just spitting it out. When I tell you that I was watching Dave Chappelle amongst all of the greatest entertainers in the world. Martin Lawrence, Cedric the Entertainer. We had like legends, Steve Harvey. All of these legends are just ripping jokes back to back. But then you see Dave Chappelle get on, bro, and it's so fucking light years ahead. He's so it's like he was owning the room amongst legends, and I'm watching this guy riff and just like he's doing like a comedy special where he's like picking on the audience, but the audience are legends, and you could tell it wasn't supposed to be a part of it because
Not
even the
at
guy's
all.
like, okay, we have to reset, but they kept it in. And I was getting goosebumps watching this because I was just like, I just, you know what it is? I feel honored sharing the stages that these people performed at because it was just like, I'll never be amongst their legacy. Well, I don't know. God willing, maybe I will be. But like, it just felt like, I don't know, man. Like watching them, I feel like in a couple years from now, we're going to be telling our kids about them. So I want to appreciate them now.
We got to
while they're
live at the
alive.
same time as
Yeah.
Dave
Yes.
Chappelle
Yes.
and watch
True.
him work.
We're watching legends work, and we're not respecting them at the level that they should be respected.
Absolutely. It's we only respect them, not we, but other people only respect them once they pass. And
Yeah.
it's like, it's
Yeah.
so
then they
bad,
get their
bro.
roses. They have to pass.
Yeah,
But
it's so
dude,
bad.
man, when I was watching him, I was like, I just asked God. I was like, God, please, I want to be a man who could stand amongst a room like this and be like, man, and just like tell jokes. Like he didn't give two
Yeah.
shits. And that to me is the sexiest quality a man could have is walking into a room and being like, I got this. This is my room.
Yeah.
I own this room now. This is my room. But in a respectful, like humble way. Like
yeah,
I got
not
this.
not taking it by putting others down or
Never.
anything. Just saying this
Nope.
is mine right now.
He does
Yup.
it through positivity.
Yeah. Yup.
Absolutely. I'll never forget when I went to the Jake Paul, Tyron Willie fight in Cleveland.
You got to get that string off of your thumb.
Where?
I won't be able to hear you
Sorry.
until you get it.
I'll never forget when I went
Still
to
on
the,
your thumb.
What thumb are we talking about?
That thumb right here?
The hair?
No, the thumb. You have a thumb.
Oh, this one.
Yes.
How did you even see that?
Because I couldn't unsee it.
That's crazy. No, dude.
I literally goes on your thumb. He goes, which one? Which one? You only have two.
You don't know what I have. No, I'll never forget when I went to the Jake Paul fight in Cleveland where Dave Chappelle's from. And when Tyron and Jake walked in, people were like, well, they booed when Jake walked in, unfortunately. But when Dave Chappelle stood up on a chair in the, dude, the entire audience like stood up and was like,
Yeah.
he fucking controlled the stadium, bro.
Bro, you want to know a
Legend.
funny story?
You were there.
The chair that he
Yeah.
stood on
Yeah.
was my chair.
Crazy.
I was sitting there.
What?
Yes, I was sitting there, and I'm looking, and I see Dave Chappelle moving, and he's like kind of moving towards our area, and I'm like, oh my God, these seats are for him. And I literally, so my friends and family had like tickets that were kind of far away from the stage. I literally go, no, I'm not doing this. And I literally get up and I leave, and I go sit down with Belle, and like, was it with you?
I think me.
It was
Me as
you.
well.
Yeah.
I think both
we
of
were,
us.
Yeah, we were like, it was like right there, but then you went down so you could be on the floor because that's where all
Yeah.
your friends were.
No, that's where my ticket was.
Oh,
You
yeah.
got- so
Oh, yeah,
Jake
yes, yes,
gave
yes.
me a bunch of tickets, but he wanted me to be next to the ring with Mike and Logan and everything. So I went there. But then when I saw Dave Chappelle, I got too fucking nervous, bro. And I was like, this is not the
Really?
moment I should be meeting him. I don't want to meet him here. Because, bro, like nothing's worse than meeting somebody you massively look up to in a very passing, quick moment. Like I want to give him flowers in a good setting. Not when he's turning
Yeah.
up and hanging out with his friends. I wanted
Oh,
to
yeah. Wasn't he drunk?
He was.
Oh,
Yeah,
he was
he was.
smacked.
Yeah, he came in.
he was
Have you met
smacked.
him?
No. I've been this close to him. So like he's right here and I'm right here, but I refuse to meet him. It was just like him and like there's a few people that I'll meet and I'm like, no, not right. I'll listen to my heart and I'm like, no, that's not the right time. I'll meet him in a
Yeah.
club. Like there was one that that really stuck out to me. Justin Bieber was one of them.
Wow.
That whole story was cool. I interned for, just to speed it up, I interned for a recording studio. The day I quit is when Justin Bieber walked in, and I went to go say hi to him to see if he would remember me because I performed at this thing, which we only talked to each other for 2 seconds. So he definitely would have never remembered me. But I wanted to go up because I was new to LA, and I was like, oh, this is exciting. It's Justin Bieber. He's like famous as shit. So I went up, and the guy working there was like, nah, go scrub the toilets. You don't talk to Justin Bieber. And I was like, oh, fuck this. I'm out. And I left. A year later, I was doing social media. Johnny invited me to his birthday. I went to Justin Bieber's birthday party. I saw him. He's literally dancing right here. I was like, still not the time. Don't want to talk to him. I don't want to ruin it. This is his party. I'm a guest of a guest. Nobody wants to talk to a guest of a guest, right? So I was like, I'm not going to talk to him here. I'm leaving. So I left. And then we were at a basketball event in, what's the song? Peaches. Where is that from? Atlanta.
Georgia.
So we're in Atlanta, and I see this bus outside. It has this thing, and it's a celebrity basketball game. Him and all these other celebrities are there. I don't give a shit about anybody else. I'm just locking eyes with Justin Bieber, and Hailey Bieber is on the side, like looking at him. And to me, I'm just still like a little fanboy. So he daps up Logan and he daps up Mike, and I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna say hi to him because like. This is not the time. He's probably like, in my stupid brain, I'm like, oh, he's preparing for basketball. Like, this is not the time to talk to him.
Yeah, there's always something. There's always something.
I literally skedaddled this way. Like, so like Mike, Logan in front of me, and then another person, I think it was maybe Kevin, somebody was behind them recording, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to bounce. I'm going to go this way. And so I
You
started
tried to
walking.
escape.
Yeah, because I'm like, I'm not going to bother him.
Yeah.
And I started walking this way, and he saw me walking away, and he goes, hey. And he goes, hey, what's up? How are you? And then he just like walked away. And dude, he never will remember this moment. Me, for the rest of my life. I was like, Justin Bieber came up and said hi to me, dude. That's so fucking
Yeah,
cool.
The painting
After
above
me.
your bedroom is based on that Justin Bieber painting.
The painting.
No, it's a joke.
Oh,
You have like a painting curated and like hung above your
Oh,
bed.
about
of,
him
like,
just dapping me up?
Yeah, just that one moment. Yeah.
dude, the whole fucking time he was playing basketball, I was like,
There's actually like a bigger message with that whole scenario though. It's like, because I've had so many instances in my life where I could say something and then I hesitate and then I don't and then I do, right? But the moments where I always did say something and I didn't give in to my anxiety and I just put myself out there are the moments where positive stuff always came out of it.
Oh,
And
damn.
so like, if
You
you,
should have done it.
No, like if you didn't say hi to Bieber,
I didn't.
You never had. Oh, you didn't.
He yelled after him. He was like, "Hey!"
I
and
went
then
this
turned
way,
around.
and I think what I think is he saw in my eyes because I'm like when I'm excited, I can't hide it sometimes. So I think he saw
You're
me
a
go
little
like
kid at
this.
heart,
I literally,
100%.
this is probably his POV. Ready? So in his mind, he's probably like, "Oh, he's a really big fan. Let me go say hi to him."
Yeah.
So, but I don't know. That just made my fucking day.
Did you guys see the Tommy Fury KSI face to face?
That was an amazing.
I haven't.
That was an amazing parlay.
Yeah.
I am a podcaster.
That was a great cut.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry, I didn't interrupt you.
Joe, do it again.
Yeah, do it again. Flex on him.
Yo, did you guys see the
Nah, it
KS?
wasn't as good.
Yeah,
as that one.
we'll keep the other one. We'll keep
it
the other
wasn't
Run
as
it back,
good.
run it
All right,
back.
one more. And action.
Did you guys see the KSI Tommy Fury face to face?
No.
No, I didn't, David.
Also, it wasn't face to face.
They were face to face.
They weren't face to face.
They were sitting face to face across a table from each other.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the Aiden Ross one where they're on.
No.
Oh, okay. I didn't watch that then. How long is it?
16 minutes.
Hey, KSI is on some like anime shit, huh?
he looks like the Fortnite character, bro. Not me,
No,
to be honest.
I mean, yeah, he does actually look like a.
He
Fortnite
does.
character.
He looks really small though. Like I feel like KSI hasn't been in the gym lately. He looks like he literally looks
Are
like
you sure it's
130
not because
pounds.
he's just standing next to Tommy Fury? This dude's fucking massive, bro.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
He is
But
huge.
KSI may have leaned out to get like quicker punches in.
Yeah, he's probably more agile and faster. Yeah.
Who do you guys think is gonna win this?
I just think Tommy Fury is a professional boxer. He comes from a family of some of the best boxers in the world.
I mean, as somebody who doesn't know much about boxing, I feel like that would be, yeah. Tommy Fury is a professional boxer. You
Nice,
know?
Belle.
All respect to KSI, I'm sure he's very athletic, but that's my unprofessional
Covering all the bases
take.
I
No,
see.
you just look at who KSI has under his belt versus who Tommy Fury has beat. Like KSI's beat Logan Paul. Like, we're not talking real boxers here.
Oh my God! There's no way you just took a shot like that.
Was it?
You can't be taking a shot like that
It's
on
George's
the show, bro.
podcast.
It's
George is
literally called
responsible for
the
that.
George Janko show, and there's gonna be a clip out there be like, "Come on,
it's deep fake. Do you say
I
it?
didn't even do that shit. I had to fucking back
AI.
up Dave Portnoy last night. You just want the smoke with
It's
everybody.
all right.
Because he's under your LLC, so he has full protection. Like anything he says, it's
Okay,
I'm trying
well,
to
you're
stir
good
the
enough
pot.
for it.
we'll just casually just discuss that he doesn't have too much professional boxers
Experience.
underneath his roster.
But
I don't think it's gonna. I love KSI. I really do. I love
He's hilarious.
behind closed doors and in the media. I love his internet personality, his content. He's an amazing entertainer. And when it comes to him being an athlete, I think he's a dog. And when it comes to him being a human, I think this guy's like a superhuman. He's not only good to his friends, he's good to his family. He's working hard. He's chasing his dreams. I just think this one's going to be a very big obstacle for him. This is not a boxer where he could just do those quick little like knockout artist
and
punches.
he has to know that.
I don't know, bro. This anime shit is like when he's talking, bro. Like I'm the only one who could see John Cena. Like when he says these quotables, I'm like, there has to be some confidence
Yeah.
behind this shit, bro.
I feel like he's got an earpiece and someone's telling KSI like what to say because
I
he
w-
just seems too confident.
Damn, you're really taking shots, huh? You're calling him fake now?
I want KSI to win though.
I do too.
Yeah, of course.
Nothing against Tommy at all. I just want KSI to win because I think, in my mind, he's the underdog. I think
Yeah.
he's the one that has to. Because if I see Tommy Fury hit the canvas, I'm gonna lose my mind
That's true.
because
Yeah,
then
that'd be
now the
huge.
saga of Jake and KSI, like this whole like dynamic just grew in my eyes.
It would be a way bigger deal for Tommy to go down than for KSI to go
Does
down.
Jake
yeah.
instantly take that fight if KSI beats Tommy?
I
Or
think
is there a
KSI's
little
like.
bit of,
I think KSI's like doing this whole thing that if he knocks Tommy out, then he's like, I'm done. I don't even need to fight the guy that lost to Tommy.
Oh, he gets
That
some
way he
leg
doesn't
up
have to
on him.
fight his business partner's brother and still gets to talk shit. Because that's a genius move. Because now he doesn't even need to sweat about him. He could be like, go ahead, go fight Tommy first, beat him, and then you could come to me. That's a dog approach. But we know Jake, he's a dog walker. So like this,
It's a fact.
you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know, bro. This, like, you know what's so crazy to me is that we're actually really excited about these fights now. Like we're like talking
Yeah.
about, they grew, bro. They really did grow.
Yeah.
KSI started this shit, huh? He was like the first one to do this.
The YouTuber boxing?
Yeah.
Yeah. What? It was him and Logan that were the first ones to
No,
do
no,
it?
no, 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 no. He called Logan out when he won his first fight.
Oh, but
I
he
don't know
started
who
this
he fought,
before?
though.
You know who actually was also at the very forefront of it was Ennis and Gibb. He was like one of the OGs that really and Salim. No,
I think
Salim,
Slim,
super skinny guy,
the Middle Eastern guy,
Middle Eastern guy.
he's so entertaining to watch.
So, dude, his
He's
arms
so-
are so long, bro.
Dude, he's good.
He's pretty good.
No, he's not pretty good, bro. He's good.
He's good. He's a good boxer.
Good. He's a good boxer.
Yeah.
Him and who else? Oh, bro, Salt Poppy.
Yeah.
Oh my
Salt
god, what
Poppy.
a
What a
Listen,
name.
did
personality.
you see his transformation?
Yeah, he went to Poppy real quick. Sorry, that was not right. He does look great though. Yeah.
You can't escape this one.
Just gonna melt
You're
in my
going down
seat.
for that one.
Like when Shauna saw that monster in her pool.
Yes. I'm sliding out of bed.
Well, anyways, I guess that's going to be it for today's episode. Don't forget, guys, buy your tickets to our first George Janko show. It's going to be at the Improv in Brea. That's going to be November 9th.
Yes, sir. 2023.
And listen, get your tickets now because there's only a certain amount of tickets, and this is our first show. They're going to go out quick. Please show up. And also, there's going to be no meet and greets because I'm going to be meeting everybody at the door. It's going to be my
Let's
first
go.
show. So anybody's in there, I'm going to be outside when we're exiting. I'm going to be giving everybody a hug. So if you guys are trying to look for the meet and greets, don't worry. The reason they're not there is because I'm meeting everybody. And thank you so much if you did buy tickets. I saw the DMs. I try to message all of you guys back. I really do appreciate it. It's I've been waiting for this moment my whole life, and this is something that's going to be very special, something I'm going to remember for the rest of my life. And then on top of that, and also in the description, you could get the link to get your apparel. The Heart of David church boy line is out.
Yes, sir.
I love
Yes,
you guys
sir.
from the bottom of the bottom of my heart, guys. Thank you so much for like, even the people that don't like me, the people that just sit and take their time to listen to me, to be a part of our family and to join our journey. From the bottom of my heart, if you hate me, if you love me, thank you for coming and visiting. You're making my dreams come true. I love you guys. I'll see you next Thursday for a very big episode. 3 hours of us talking about Jesus Christ was Cliff and Stuart from the Give Me an Answer. These guys debate the best way about our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. So I'll see you guys next time.
Peace.
Peace.